Alright guys, so one of the big rumors that has been going around for a couple days now, maybe even a week at this point, is that Bill Skarsgård has been in talks to play a certain character over at DC. Now, there's been no word on what character that is specifically. Could be even that he just had a general meeting with DC to kind of look at like, okay, here's the things we're working on, here's the characters we're looking at casting, what are you interested, what do we want you for, that kind of thing. That could be what's going on here, but today, we actually have a bit of an update because, again, up until this point, it's just been speculation about what he could be in talks for. I know one of the big things has been Joker, just because, I mean, he played Pennywise in It. So, of course, people are going to be like, oh, he should play another psychotic clown, the Joker, which, I mean, to be completely honest, he would be an amazing Joker. But we already have Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. We already have a Joker with Barry Keoghan in the Batman universe. And I kind of doubt with what we're doing with the Brave and the Bold in the DCU that the Joker will be involved, at least not in a huge way. So, Joker's not very likely, even though that will be great casting. So who is he in talks to play? Well, a brand new report from Jeff Snyder, a scooper that is very reliable, just put out on his podcast that supposedly Bill Skarsgård at least had conversations about playing Swamp Thing, which is quite interesting. Now, Swamp Thing was announced by James Gunn to be in development, getting his own movie as part of Chapter 1 of the DCU, Gods and Monsters. This was the last project that he announced, and I think Bill Skarsgård would make a great Swamp Thing. I mean, not only because he comes from a horror background, but also I feel like it would be a different role for him where, you know, start off as like a really cool, nice, gentle scientist guy, and then suddenly become this monster. And I love the Swamp Thing story. If you haven't watched yet the DC Universe show, it only lasted one season, but it was so good. That's like a great representation of that character. Hope we get something similar to that with this movie. And it's almost like a Beauty and the Beast type thing. And I feel like Bill Skarsgård, we haven't really seen him do that before, because again, he has the horror background, obviously with It, but that's just him playing a psychotic, crazy clown. He's a monster, but there's more humanity behind him. I think Bill Skarsgård is a great actor, and he would totally be able to pull this off. But the only thing that makes me kind of skeptical about this, though, is the fact that Swamp Thing was the last project announced. The movie is years away from actually shooting and likely casting as well. James Mangold is set to direct and write the film, and he's even said he hasn't even started writing the script. So the question is, why would they already be casting for Swamp Thing? Now, the possibility is that, of course, maybe Swamp Thing will debut before this, because, of course, you know, James Gunn, he's developing the DCU, he's getting all these characters interwoven between these multiple storylines and movies and series, and especially since he said, you know, he wants the same actors playing characters in animation and live action. And so some people have pointed out maybe Swamp Thing can make his debut in the upcoming Creature Commandos animated series on HBO Max. Or should I say Max, because it's not called HBO anymore. But that would make sense. I'd say out of all the projects, that would be the one that makes the most sense for Swamp Thing to pop up in. But at the same time, I still kind of feel like Swamp Thing probably won't debut until his movie, which again is years away from development. So I don't know if this is true, but I definitely hope it is, because I think Bill Skarsgård again would make a great Swamp Thing. So hopefully there's at least some credibility behind this. I mean, even the report itself just says he talked about the role with Warner Brothers and DC. It doesn't even say he signed on or showed interest in it necessarily, but it's definitely interesting to think about, and I like the idea. I think Bill Skarsgård would make a great Swamp Thing. So, anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think about this brand new rumor and report that Bill Skarsgård may be in talks to play Swamp Thing in the DCU? So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I keep it up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.